Non-official Facebook accounts do not reflect the views of the mayor, the Office of Public Health and Safety, or IMPD, said a spokesperson for the city. It takes an entire community to create safe neighborhoods, and the city of Indianapolis is committed to working with all. I'm going to get into that. But the city of Indianapolis is committed to working with all residents, civic leaders, and grassroots organizations engaged in efforts to seek to reduce violence. Now, if they was willing to work with all, why did they stop working with the Ross Foundation? I'm telling y'all, I'm unbossed, and unafraid of the truth. I'm getting ready to tell you the truth. Nothing but the truth. I'm telling you, you getting ready to hear the butt naked truth. When D. Ross was coming along, they looked at him and how he was able to move the rank and file out there on the east side. They wanted to co-opt him, so they brought him into the fold, gave him $60,000, told him, yeah, use this to fight the crime, brother. Just be on our team. All right? He says, I'm on the team. Then he decided to run for city county council and really have a voice on the team. And they said, no, D, hold up. You don't know your place. Your place ain't to try to control the money or distribute the money. Your place is to get the money if we decide that you gonna get some money. And if you don't straighten up and fly right, that's what my mama used to always say. Boys, straighten up and fly right. But they told D. Ross, if you don't straighten up and fly right, do you know it was Democrats that got you that money? And if you run against Sheila Jackson, you ain't got no more money coming. Well, needless to say that D. Ross was his own man. He ran and done pretty well, got 30% of the vote as an independent. They wouldn't let him run as a Democrat. But he today can look in the mirror and like what he see because he didn't sell his soul for $60,000. Shana, she was taken out of the loop for her comment because she actually had a vote on who gets crime prevention money in the position that she holds for the city. You know, communities, Director of Community Violence Reduction. She actually sat on the panel with CICF that would determine how that money was being distributed. But because of what she said on Facebook, the mayor said, "Nah, you can't have a vote. You suspended from that." Greg Merriweather, who worked for the police chief, Roach at that time, Randall Taylor is the police chief now, and evidently he allowed Greg to stay on. He was suspended for 3 days. I had called Greg and Shana and said, look, let's see if we can't pull this thing together. Let's see if we can't meet with Pastor Harrison and see if we can't come up with some kind of solution towards that we can all get on the same page so that all of us can be doing what is in the best interest of our people. I talked to Greg. He said that there was contact made with Pastor Harrison, and Pastor Harrison said that he was not interested in meeting. But now, Pastor Harrison is interested in meeting with Shane, or is he? This press release says it was released today, January 16, 2020. Community leaders set to meet. Same shepherd of the Big Homies of America and Reverend Charles Harrison of 10-Point Coalition. As the temperature of the city of Indianapolis continues to escalate with non-fatal shootings and homicides, disagreements in philosophies among community leaders and their respective methods of addressing major crimes can create strong disagreements as well. In a recent press conference, it has been stated that Reverend Charles Harrison believes bonds for release should be increased. This is not the first time Reverend Harrison's comments has rubbed the black community the wrong way. In 2015, Reverend Harrison expressed his belief in what is now known as the unconstitutional stop and frisk initiative that was used in New York or used by the New York Police Department. They stopped over 70% of the people. Of these two racial groups, the Supreme Court said the initiative was unconstitutional. So now we got Reverend Harrison supporting stop and frisk, which is unconstitutional behavior by the police. Harrison's most recent statement comes during a time when New York and many other states are working towards bail reform. Shane Shepherd has gone on record stating he believes what Reverend Harrison stands for goes directly against the people he claims he wants to protect and advocate for. Shepherd released a scathing statement on Facebook expressing his disappointment and resentment toward Harrison's statement. These two men will meet Friday morning, tomorrow, the 17th, at an undisclosed location to discuss their differences. Others in the meeting will be Shauna Majors. When Shauna said something, Harrison didn't want to meet again with her. Director of Community Violence Reduction, Pastor Terry Webster, who is with the 10-Point Coalition, Annette Johnson, who is with Pike Township Trustee, Terrence Hood, who is with Big Homies, and Gregory Merriweather, who's with the police. My question, Shane, is what is the agenda? What do you hope to accomplish? And will you stay true to yourself? Now, and believe me, I'm all for everybody within the community coming together so that we can push together. We got to find a way to do that. But we can't find a way to push together to implement the police's program, because the police's program historically and grave publicly apologized